Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Steamboat Today morning show. With us right now in studio is Jake Henry of Jake's Drafting Service. Jake, how are you this morning?
I'm very well, Andy. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. Thank you for being our guest this morning. It's great to have you.
Thank you.
We're going to talk a little bit about your business and what you guys is drafting. So give us a little information into the services that you provide.
Jake's Drafting Service was incorporated in 1987. We started in business trying to fill a niche between the architects and homeowners providing their own drawings. Currently have 4 full-time employees, 2 part-time employees. One of those people is an architect in training. He's got a couple more years on his apprenticeship. We have a surveyor. Myself, I have an associate in science and mechanical engineering. I have 14 years experience as an energy rater for E-Star Colorado and 12 years as an inspector for Built Green Colorado.
Wow, that's fantastic. And so again, your services fall somewhere in between, you know, what someone like myself might hammer out on a napkin in an actual architecture service. So you're designing these homes, and it sounds like you have just a wealth of experience here in the Valley.
Exactly. We've been in business, as I said, for 22 years. We've designed well in excess of 1,000 homes, most of them here in the Valley. We do drafting for Montana Log Homes out of Kalispell, Montana, so we're all over the country. We're currently working on a project just outside of Sonoma, California, on a log house. Original house was destroyed by a fire last summer, and we're trying to rebuild it. The house was used in the movie, Clint Eastwood movie, The Unforgiven, in 1992.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. That's
So
amazing. And our viewers are seeing now many of the homes that you've designed. They're absolutely gorgeous. There's many of them right here in Steamboat. I bike by one of them quite often myself. It amazes me every time I go by. You guys do great, fantastic work. You know, given the state of the economy right now, what are some good reasons for folks to look into the services you provide?
Currently, it's about the best time in the last 20 years to build a house or remodel your house. Material costs are at about a 20-year low. Labor rates are way down, and most of the general contractors we're talking to right now are very, very hungry. With the economic stimulus package, there are numerous rebates available for Energy Star or high-efficiency appliances, boilers, etc., and just general energy improvements.
That's fantastic. You know, and that kind of leads into the question I wanted to ask you next is, you know, what are some major components of a green home? You're saying, you know, there's some Energy Star appliances and that kind of thing, but what else, you know, what are some other components of green building?
First and foremost, in any green building program is a tight thermal envelope, the shell of the house, well insulated, airtight.
Especially here in Steamboat.
Especially here in Steamboat. We have a very high energy use. Other components of that are the best windows that you can buy, the best windows that'll fit into your budget, high levels of insulation. When you tighten a house up like that, another component becomes the ventilation of that house, either naturally, and once your air infiltration rate drops below 0.35 air changes an hour, we are required to put in a heat recovery ventilator or an energy recovery ventilator that takes wasted heat that you would be exhausting out of the house and recovers the energy and puts it back into the house, making it more thermally efficient. Proper siting of a house to take full advantage of solar gain whenever possible. Water reduction, optimal value engineering is another big component of it. There are numerous others.
Wow. That's fantastic. It sounds like there's all kinds of advantages to the green building, and as you say, keeping that thermal energy within the home. You know, that being said, what are some other, what are some other advantages to using your drafting services as opposed to just picking up the phone book and hiring an architect?
Typically, we're a little bit less money, somewhat less money. We work and do pretty much the same thing, but there are some very distinct differences. Most of our homes are designed on a design-build basis for the owner and the contractor versus taking the house out to bid. We know what the owner wants and exactly how the contractor wants to build it, and we design the house to fit their needs, their budget most importantly, and their desires. Our ego does not get in the way of our designs.
Absolutely. It's all about giving the customer what they desire in the design of their home.
Exactly. Again, that all has to fit within the codes, building codes, fire codes, zoning and such.
Fantastic. Well, you know, I think the viewers have seen some of the work you have done. It's absolutely gorgeous. I bet they've probably driven around Steamboat and seen many of the projects you've done and probably not even known that they were your projects. So what is a good way for folks to get a hold of you? I'm sure you have a website, and where are you located?
We're located at 426 Oak Street, conveniently right downtown. We have a website. It's jakesdrafting.com, and we can be linked to off of the Explore Steamboat.
Absolutely. You can check out exploresteamboat.com and go to Jake's Drafting Service, and you're going to get all kinds of information, links to your website. Jake, thank you so much for being here on the show with us today. It's been fantastic learning more about the drafting services, and thanks again.
Thank you.
All right, folks, that's Jake from Jake's Drafting Services, jakesdrafting.com. We'll be right back with a little more on Steamboat Today.